Your life is yours to create.
Hey, you.
Yours to create. Yours to create.
Yeah.
I'm the man from La Mancha. I can see the dragon flying in the circle, devouring his tail. We come from La Mancha, tribe of the earthlings, swim through the madness. Time to set sail. Wake up. Where you taking us now? It's a choose your own adventure. It's your turn at the wheel. Learning that you're the creator, but what are you making? Awaken the shackles, but easily break them. Igniting the light of the mind, manifesting pure imagination. And you will feel the weight of all samsara's chains. But when you change the way you see the world you see will change. So dream impossible dreams, fight unbeatable foes, go. No matter how far, just go. Yeah, dream impossible dreams, fight unbeatable foes, go. No matter how far, reach the unreachable stars. We'll return into dust. We'll return into stars. We'll return into us. We'll turn into stars. We'll return. We'll return. I'm the man from La Mancha. I can see the dragon flying in the circle, devouring his tail. We come from La Mancha, tribe of the earthlings, swim through the madness. Time to set sail. Rise up. Feel the energy rise. Don Quixote only had his lonely self to rely, but we got insanity with the community out on the ocean. A modern day odyssey. Saddle your horse, get ready for battle. Storm the sand castle. And you will face the night of mirrors on your way. But when you change the way you see the world you see will change. So dream impossible dreams, fight unbeatable foes, go. No matter how far, reach the unreachable stars.
Your life is yours to create.
Reaching the unreachable, dreaming the impossible, beating the unbeatable, believe it into being the reaching the unreachable stars. We'll return into dust. We'll return into stars. We'll return into us. We'll return into stars. We'll return into dust. We'll return into stars. We'll return into us. We'll turn into stars. We'll return. We'll return.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet.
Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Just in case you forgot. TGIM. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the IRONWORX. Right here on freeworld.fm. You can also find us at the ironrealmmedia YouTube channel. We are there as well, where all the cool kids are hanging out. Well, happy Monday, fellas. Feels like it's been ages.
To you. Happy Monday. Yeah, it feels forever. And threw me off the whole weekend. Without a doubt. Man, this is okay. Sorry, I had too many things going. I was listening to a little music this morning while I was getting ready. But yeah, it was good. As I explained earlier before we started, yeah, it threw me off because Friday all day was Saturday because Michelle comes home early and we were just hanging out all day and didn't do a show. So to me, that's Saturday for 10 years now. So of course Saturday was Sunday and I kept worrying about her having to go to work the next day. And yeah. But it was definitely, a good weekend. We had rain, but it was still cooler and yeah, good weekend. Hey, baby. Leo's here already.
Yeah, it got chilly here this weekend, too. We're down in the 40s now.
We were supposed to have a cold front yesterday, and it kind of got pushed out by that little storm, I think, is what happened. You got to the 40s? Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's in the 40s right now, I think, as we speak. It's like 47 when I woke up.
Oh, what the hell I'm going to do? I'm going to have to bring 8 suitcases. Hey, baby. Hang on. I'm trying to get you comfortable. Hey, sweetie. Hey, baby. Oh. And your weekends? Multipulous?
Not too shabby.
Cool.
Mine was all right. It's still hard. Hard time getting motivated, which sends me spiraling generally. Oh, there's that. Like, I thought if I could just get up and get dressed, right? Surely that'll be enough to motivate my brain. No. Didn't do it. Everything I wanted to do, just for one reason or another, would require 5 or 6 more steps. So it's just this constant frustration and feeling of being overwhelmed to the point that I basically just shut down for what it's worth. So didn't get a whole lot accomplished, but didn't get nothing accomplished either.
You can't.
I can and I will.
She definitely went for it. She's in the tray, so that'll be hitting the floor soon. Yeah, well, I definitely didn't do anything motivational this weekend, so don't feel bad. I didn't do anything like, oh, I have extra time. Let me change the world. Nothing like that happened. Okay, you're going to make a mess. I see it. She's after the coffee again. All right, we'll stop. Y'all saw Clea. Good morning to Clea. Because now I've got to start moving things around her if she settles, wherever she's going to settle.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking through articles.
That's all right.
Yeah, there was a few articles that I dropped there. Here and there. Over the time. That were, interesting. There's a hidden ring of objects apparently at the edge of our solar system. The solar system in which the sun is no longer the center. I just saw that go by. Oh, wait, I thought I dropped that story. Where is it? Huh. Guess I didn't drop it. Yeah, the sun's not the center of the solar system. It's here somewhere. I know it is. I'll find it. I clicked on it. What else crazy stuff did I see that we could talk about? they come up with a magical equation uniting physics and quantum physics and general relativity finally. So now we can stop looking for dark matter, I guess. Just all kind of stuff. I sure thought I put that story in here. I'll go find it. Hang on.
You see what HP printers have a subscription now?
Seems like when I looked into maybe us getting a printer, I found out some shit like that a few years back and went, are you kidding? I'm not going to be printing anything, it looks like. Maybe whenever Josh was cricketing and got his stickers and all that, and I was kind of looking into getting a printer at least just to do like a flyer when I would go downtown or maybe a sticker, whatever. And it's like, oh, no. And of course, locally here, all I've got is pretty much HP or what's the other one? Anyway.
That's insane to me. You buy a printer, you just buy it, and to use it, you have to have a subscription. These models require a subscription for continued use, even if you purchase the ink and the paper. That's what?
What's the point of the subscription? What are you subscribing to? What service are you gaining? You've got the printer, you've got the ink, you got the paper. What the fuck else are you going to subscribe to? What service are you gaining with a subscription?
Yeah, it says you don't pay the monthly fee, you're not going to be able to print unless you do. Yeah, people are finding this practice to be ridiculous. Yes, whose idea was this? Let's charge them a monthly subscription to use a product that they paid for. It's not like TV or trash collection or something that you're gonna, how often do you use your printer? We don't use ours all that much. Everything is kept, digitally now. So it was a $200 printer she bought, and she was trying to return it 2 years later.
Yeah, that's the same story I saw, trying to return it 2 years later. Of course, I would have returned it 2 years later as well.
I would have.
Well, yeah, because the thing was good for a 2-year subscription, but after that, you had to buy a new yearly subscription. Yeah, that's insanity. I don't see how that should be allowed.
Makes me want to go buy one just to take it back and tell them how fucked it is. I really like it, but there's no way I'm paying you monthly for this shit.
Yeah.
Should have stuck to cars, fucking Packard.
Yeah, no doubt. So now they're looking for Missouri regulators visit nearly 50 stores to inspect for intoxicating hemp edibles.
Yeah, we had a big
recall. You heard
recall.
Anything about this?
Yeah, it seems like we had a big recall here in Missouri last week or week before on a lot of the stuff. I don't remember exactly what it was. I thought I talked about it on the show, but maybe not. But yeah, we had a big dispensary recall here. Not too terribly.
Well, yeah, it says that a bunch of stuff got banned as of September 1st.
All that Delta.
That's what I was going to ask. Is this an actual issue with like processing, or is this the whole like
I think that
Delta 8 gray area, hemp area, bullshit area?
Pretty sure that's what that is.
Yeah. If I see another one of those fucking YouTube commercials go by with that, like, I don't even know how to explain. He's like middle-aged and he's telling us all about him and his enemies, and his eyes get all heavy-lidded all of a sudden. Like, yeah, I'm like, dude, stop being a fucking moron. Good God. Anyway. Because unfortunately to me, it turns out that most of the time, I just want flower. I don't really want to go too crazy with all the extra crap that's accessible through the actual cannabis world, let alone, now let's take it one step further out and let's turn it into all this stuff. You got to chemically derive it from that, or add shit to get it out of there, or add shit to make it even do anything. And yeah, and once you're doing all that, then you're just playing around and you're creating shit that's going to wind up hurting somebody. And about Thursday, I guess it was, Wednesday night, the sister-in-law, who on her trip to Colorado did eat an edible cookie and enjoyed it profusely, which is, definitely not in her wheelhouse or her norm, was talked into by her husband to sample some gummies they purchased in a local thing there in Lafayette. And so she's calling us the day after this happened, or not us, calling Michelle, telling her that she's now, spent the night in the bathroom thinking she was going to die, and now she can't get out of bed. And it's like, please don't do stuff like that without calling Walt. I heard her say that on the phone. Don't do stuff like that without calling Walter first. And she's still trying to recover from it. Her and the husband both are still reeling from what it did to them because it's full of chemicals. And I said, yeah, the package, and let me look them up or any of that. And yeah, it was one of these typical fly-by-night, let's make some money while everybody's buying shit situations. So yeah, it definitely is not good, period. I tried one of the CBD hemp things that came out here in Louisiana early on and realized from what it made me feel like that, yeah, I won't be messing around with any of that shit. And I didn't, and it got worse and got more intense. And so I think the status here is, if you know the guy, it's in the back room, it's what they're doing until they probably get busted and their store gets shut down, I'm guessing. But yeah, that's kind of in town anyway, what's going on, that all the little stores that had it, that have opened, little smoke shops, etc. Now when you go in there, they've got a lot of empty shelf space. But if you know the guy, he'll just go in the back and grab it for you. So yeah, that's how it works here anyway.
So they made this store owner destroy $5,000 worth of product. They made him pour bleach on it. Yeah, the regulators called the owner and say that he voluntarily agreed to destroy the products. And the owner said he seemed to be forced into it.
Yeah, semantics are great. This is how the police will get you with their IDs too. Well, we didn't force him to. We just strongly suggested it, and he did. So
we just circled around him, and yeah, the owner had boxed up the products even so he could return them to the wholesaler for a refund. $5,000 worth of product. And he explained this to the regulators. Instead, they told him that they had to pour bleach over about $5,000 worth of products. Why? Why couldn't they just return it for a refund?
He probably could have. I'm sure he could have. If he wanted to. Turns out what he wanted to do was pour bleach on him. Otherwise, why would he? It's not like they forced him.
And I guess the law is extremely clear. So you're right, Joe. This is just like the cops, asking you for your ID.
I never told him he was detained. It was a totally consensual conversation.
And they're not even authorized to destroy product or demand that others do so without a court order, it says here. But they get real, pushy, one might say. 4 facilities have refused to embargo or discard products. We had one of those guys here when they were changing the laws all around. He had trespassed the police from his property unless they're called. He's got all kinds of stuff going with the local government and stuff. Yeah, I was talking to him about it. But yeah, he was one of those that was like, yeah, the cops aren't even allowed to come in here now. Not unless they're called.
I always wondered what would happen if you sort of did that en masse and just had, like, maybe an entire neighborhood just trespass the fucking police department. Well, I mean, it's just a warning. It's not like you can do anything, but you just got to let them know. Put it right out there up front.
No trespassing.
No trespassing. You specifically. You specifically. Not just a sort of a general no trespassing sign, but you cannot come on here anymore. Unless I call you specifically to allow it to happen. Wonder if you got like 60, 70,000 people in a city that all do that. What the cops just stand around scratching their heads wondering what the fuck they're going to do next.
What do I do? I got to stay in the park pretty much. Have you ever heard of Doobie Dabbler?
I don't believe I have.
Says Doobie Dabbler celebrates all things cannabis in Minnesota. I guess up in Minnesota they're hosting a new kind of festival. They usually do corn mazes and fall festivals. Now they're doing the Doobie Dabbler. It starts Friday and goes through Saturday. It involves dozens of THC and cannabis vendors from across the country. Go Minnesota. Yeah, they're already into fall up there. This is just about... So cannabis is legalized in Minnesota, so there's all types of these festivals and events going on. Never heard of that before. The Doobie Dabbler. That's catchy. Kind of old school, though. I haven't heard anybody use the term doobie except for Walter, and I don't know how long.
Fuck you.
Get like a little sampler pack of pinners.
Doobie, what are we like in 5th grade? Let's get baked. Oh my God. Well, just to circle back around as I'm playing catch up, saying hey to everybody in chat, I see Rico just drumming on about his amazing HP subscription and how much it just tightens his nads up that he's got that subscription. So he is an advocate for printer subscribing. He threatened to call in about it. It's how strongly Rico feels about his printer subscription.
Well, he'll need to. He's going to need to justify that bullshit.
You know, I was hoping he was already on the call. Actually, is he in here?
No,
he didn't hop in. Damn it, get in here, Rico. You gotta bring this back home, dude.
Yeah, you got to justify your actions. You got to stand behind those words. Come say that to my face.
Right. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody for now. Somebody will pop in and I'll miss them, I'm sure. But I think I've said hey. Across the board. Sorry, I'm reading again. I'll stop.
Now, I don't understand this. This is the dumbest article in the world. This is a advertisement for a TV. So they're going on for $250. I'll carry it home. Walmart shopper buys 65-inch Samsung TV. Then she tries to load it into her Tesla. Okay, and it fit. So that's the story. Yeah, I got to the part where it's like, okay, and then when they got it to fit with a couple inches extra to spare, why the fuck is this a story at all?
You know, I went to the grocery store and I got groceries, and then I put them in my car.
Oh my God. Stop the press. Like, what the hell? The Daily Dot.
I got you there for sure, Craig.
It's a Tesla and a Samsung. Sorry, Walter.
I got unmuted actually and didn't realize it, and I was fussing at Craig, telling him I did say hey to him, and I didn't know I was audible until I saw my name flash white or whatever light up. It's like, oh shit.
We top flight security of the world, Craig.
Leo's helping me this morning. Sorry. So yeah, this is like that story about the person and the credit card at Costco or wherever the fuck it was a couple weeks ago. Zack. Yeah, at this point, dude, with a 24-hour news cycle, which is what they're dealing with now. Yeah, I figured it would come to this at some point. You know, we've done all the cats up a tree stories we can do. You know, and because that's real news. Because look up in the tree at all the cat skeletons that from all those trapped kittens. So yeah, it's 24-hour news cycle. They've got to do something. So now they're letting us know that people go to stores and use checks or multiple credit cards or whatever, and they also buy big TVs and fit them in their car. Next couple months from now, it'll be like, this dude woke up this morning. The sun was out. He went to work.
Day.
The end. Woke up, got out of bed, cracked the code. See, it's been that way since the Beatles, man. Come on.
You got to justify this shit, Rico. You got to
justify let's talk about this fucking
subscription.
Subscription. What the fuck?
No, I'm going to help you.
What the fuck? Printer whore. You're a printer whore.
I know, but listen, they measure how much you print. My wife is full-time going to school right now. Like she's finishing her degree, her bachelor's. And they measure how much you print, how much ink you need. It sends back the data that shows how much ink you've used, and before you run out, you get another box of ink in the mail, and it's like $3 a month. It's nothing. And you know what else? They give you an email address. So if I see a funny meme, I can just email the meme to the AK3, which is what I call my family because all their initials are AK, and she knows that there's excitingness coming because she'll hear the printer go off while I'm at work. It's so worth $3 a month. No, come on. I mean, you don't get better than that.
Don't most printers keep track of your ink for you? Like already? Haven't printers been keeping track of ink usage for decades?
I may be retarded, but I like it. I like it. And I've had it for like 5 years.
Okay. Now let's say you got what if you had a lifetime subscription of ink? You never needed HP to send you another bottle of ink ever for refills. Another ink cartridge, nothing. You were good, set, no problem on ink.
Okay.
Why are you paying $3 a month? Like, granted, if you don't pay it, you don't get to print. What benefits do you get other than ink? Like, because you can't have it. You can't not have it. Like, even if you don't get the ink, apparently, you still have to have the subscription. Otherwise, you can't print.
Yes, at Walmart. Do you have any idea how much ink is? Like, and my wife has to print out every thesis she writes. Like, you wouldn't believe how much printing we do. $3 a month is a fucking steal.
So they send you like free printer upgrades, right? Is that something that's included in the subscription service? Well, you bought this one, but because you subscribe, as soon as the latest model comes out, we're going to ship it right to you for free. We'll give you a free upgrade. All you got to do is ship us the old one. Like, is there any benefit?
Not so much.
Is there any benefit to the subscription beyond the ink? And the fact that they now allow you to use the printer you bought?
Well, the email thing I just told you about is pretty cool. Like, I don't have to be at home to print anything. I can just email something I want printed, and when I come home, it'll be on the floor, or my wife will be laying there like, oh, you sent me a meme. I realize I'm losing this argument, by the way.
I don't want it to be an argument. I'm really just genuinely curious. I'm just trying to find out what is the benefit. Like what are you actually paying for? Or is it
way cheaper ink?
I was going to ask that. So you're literally paying $3 a month for ink
and paper.
Well, see, now to me, I could see that being a possibly logical thing because ink is ridiculous. Ink is why I haven't had a printer for the last 10 years, I guess. Michelle had a printer when she and I got together that we used for a little while, and then it ran out of ink or it ran out of color ink or something happened, and we went to buy the ink at that point, and that was like early on when we got together, and went to buy the ink a couple times, and it just kept going up and up, and I was like, okay, so you got a printer at work, right? And they pay for all that shit, and it's a like photo printer, not just a house printer, it's at the newspaper. We just start using that one and not buy ink. And so that's what we've done for, we have access to one that's better than one we could afford at our house. We don't use it in any great capacity or anything, but when I need something printed, I send it Michelle's way in an email or whatever, and she brings it this way. So, but yeah, $3 a month for ink and paper, that's not terrible.
Hey, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. If I am losing this one, I've been known to be a sucker, so who knows?
Well, I wouldn't say you've lost it. I was really curious as to what the added benefit might be beyond the ink. But for $3 a month, you really can't beat it. Like, I've got so much shit that I could print out, like dictionaries. Like literally, I've got gigs of fucking black ink I could roll through. Like, they'll have to send me ink every other week. Like a $3, they'll be like, it's like the fat guy at the all-you-can-eat buffet. It's like enough's enough. I gotta shut this shit down at some point. You cannot possibly be going through this.
You here for an hour?
You've been here for 5 hours.
You eat all the sushi. No more sushi.
You know what? I feel good about it. You know what? I rest my case. I feel good about it.
As long as you're sleeping at night happy in your inkdom, then you go. We're just giving you shit more than anything, but I was intrigued to know too. And chat's loving it. Chat is loving it.
Said nothing about we're going to give you ink and paper. The article didn't mention that part. I mean, that would have been a good advertisement for the...
Yeah, but then they don't have a clickbait article. The article wouldn't have got you to click on it if it had been, customer gets great service from his monthly subscription. No, you wouldn't have clicked on that. You went, well, you go, fucker, and went on with your day.
I'm going to be the fucking printing service of the neighborhood. Keep track of my ink usage, will you? Okay.
10 cents a copy, bitches.
Fucking free copies. What do I give a shit? It's only $3 a month. Go print all you want. I'm using $700 worth of black ink every month, and I pay him $3. It's cool. Come on.
You like your neighbors that much? You're gonna let them all come over and use your printer every day? Yeah, I can see that, Josh.
I like the idea of Hewlett Packard thinking $3 a month is going to be enough to cover my ink usage. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I'll show you Hewlett Packard.
Hewlett Packard shuts down their subscription service. Turns out that was a horrible idea.
I came into a very weird opportunity of what the fuck is going on?
We're discussing the important issues of today, Andrew.
All right. Well, after the break, I have a moon landing kind of question for everyone. So, sorry,
I got a good article for
pickle the pickle a little bit, but
this will be right up your alley. This next article I found. I'm glad you jumped in.
If you like that,
and you just said pickle, which is
pickle the pickle,
10 times even funnier because the article talks about pickles.
Nothing funnier than a pickle that goes right up your alley.
I don't really know if I want a pickle up my alley, but
here's a little break. We're going to take one. That's the first segment of the Ironworks here on freeworld.fm. Stick around. 3 more coming up.
If I keep holding out, will the light shine through under this broken roof? It's only rain that I feel. I've been wishing out the day. Oh, I have been planning out all that I say to you since you slipped away. Know that I still remain true. I've been wishing out the days we said if you hadn't gone now, I wouldn't have lost you another way from wherever you are. Oh, oh, come back. And these days they linger on. And in the night I've been waiting for the real possibility that I may meet you in my dreams. I go to sleep if I don't fall apart. Will my memory stay clear? So you had to go, and I had to remain here. But the strangest thing today, so far and yet you feel so close, and I'm not gonna question it any other way. There must be an open door for you to come back. And the days, they linger and every night while I'm waiting for the real possibility that I may meet you in my dreams. Sometimes you're there and you're talking back to me. Come the morning, I can swear that you're next to me, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
And welcome back. Second half of the first half of the Ironworks kicking off right now. Big shout out to Rico for requesting that song.
Yeah, I love Eddie's voice, man. I don't care if it even sounds a little gay. Something about him when he sings and he gets into it. It's like almost like Joe Cocker, but with a little more pitch. It just sounds like Eddie's pouring so much of his soul into his singing. I think that's why I've always really enjoyed his Pearl Jam's music so much. And they are pretty musically talented, but I'd say most of it's Eddie and the way he sings. It really just pulls at my heartstrings. But I'm kind of biased. Pearl Jam was one of my favorite bands growing up.
I would agree, Zach. That was like the 90s kind of thing going on at the time.
Yeah, early 90s, they were one of the bands that were exploded.
But I will admit this, I never liked Nirvana.
Neither did I.
Ever.
I liked when they started doing old David Bowie songs, unplugged. I was like, wow, this band can actually play. But before that, like Nirvana, I think got so big, of course, because of Kurt Cobain, but because so much of the music was like garage band music. Yeah. Every band across the country could play pretty much all their songs because it wasn't that hard to play.
Yeah, the grunge stuff was just like, can you touch a guitar and make it move?
And
it's
then
kind of how grunge.
Yeah. I don't know. Walter's also a little awful quiet.
Oh, I'm here. Yeah, I had like, so I was in college and we were having our little band and we played like, in the auditorium, we played at the basketball game, just me and the drummer and the bass player, 3-piece musical. I would sing every now and again. And because of its simplicity, Nirvana's first hit was an easy one to learn and perform and get a lot of good reaction from at the time. So we did do it, Teen Spirit. And it was kind of appropriate because, basketball game and we're playing in the gym. So it worked out. And then we did something about Soundgarden. Damn it, what was it? Something about Soundgarden. And it was much more musically technical and hard to learn, and the guitar parts were difficult, and it wasn't simplistic music. And so I just went head over heels for the whole Soundgarden thing and kind of like left that whole Nirvana thing alone. And the next thing I knew was the big, oh, he's gone, and like everybody losing their mind, and I didn't really understand it. Yeah, it's very sad somebody is gone or whatever, but this musical genius that we lost just never felt that way to me ever. So, but that's me and my opinion.
All right. So in regards to the Kurt Cobain kind of situation, I know a lot of people have conspiracy theories in regards to it.
Oh, there's no theory to it. That bitch killed him. There's no conspiracy, Andrew.
Well, no.
Killed him.
No, I get that part, but
it was for the royalties, Andrew. She wanted the royalties to his music.
Right, so allegedly, shotgun in the mouth blew his fucking head off, right? That's where they found him, apparently.
Allegedly.
That's what the theory is, as far as I've ever heard. I mean, I wasn't there. I wasn't like the cops that showed up to the scene or the coroner or whatever else. But how legitimate is that story actually? I know it's
which what?
It's an open-ended question because, yeah, she may have led him into that type of drug abuse and putting a shotgun in his mouth and then pulling the trigger kind of situation, but we don't know. It's just
I don't think we think that the shotgun was placed in his mouth by him.
Okay.
Yeah, I had heard, and now it's all from, way back when, but I remember they said that he still had the shotgun in his hands.
In the wrong hand, too. He's left-handed.
Like he held on to the shotgun after it blew his head off. Now, I fired plenty of shotguns, and you have to hold onto a shotgun to hold it.
Oh, yeah. Like a 12 gauge?
Yeah, it kicks, and there's, it'll knock a child over. It'll knock a grown woman over if she's not prepared for it, standing firm and strong and ready for it.
Well, a grown man like myself, if you fire more than maybe 20 rounds, you're going to have a big-ass fucking bruise in your shoulder, like that little armpit. It's going to hurt. That's what
if
happens.
You shoot like a 3-inch, 3-inch, 1.5-ounce slug, you're going to have a bruise after shooting one. So, yeah, I mean, but even the weakest, bird shot still kicks. It's still an explosion going off in your hands, and you have to be holding on to it firmly. It just doesn't make sense.
Going back into the Kurt Cobain situation, was that something legitimately just put out to the public, or was there something else a lot more sinister about it?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, okay. In his journals, which I felt bad about buying his journals, but they got published, right? He straight up said he was going to quit the band, and him and the singer from R.E.M., Michael Stipe, they were going to do something. So they were about to get cut out of all publishing from then on out. I think Dave Grohl is a sneaky bastard. I really do. I have multiple.
You mean Dave Grohl, who's played Satan in how many fucking videos and movies?
Right? No, I'm telling you. And
he plays the part fucking well.
Right. Like, if you weren't good at deceiving, you wouldn't be a good Satan, But another thing that you're not understanding is that heroin brings you the most emotional peace you've ever felt. There's no way to go through with suicide on heroin. There's no way. Because you're happy. It erases all scars.
Yeah, it's the coming off and the withdrawals that make you want to kill yourself. When you're high on heroin, you're happy. You're content.
Yeah. No, you feel like someone poured warm love gravy all over you. Like,
that's what heroin does? I've never done heroin.
Warm love gravy is my new password, Sherry.
Warm love gravy.
No, I'm telling you, there's no
Rico,
way.
Have
There's
I got
no
a
way.
deal for you?
No, but the valley of that situation, which Zack just said, is the opposite. So it is chaos. But humans are not supposed to experience that clear of emotional safety. Like, it's not natural. It doesn't work. I do not believe. I'm 100% sure he didn't kill himself. I just am. And I don't empathize with him. I kind of, I'm not going to say that.
Well, even Laura in chat, Walking Axel, was saying he had enough heroin in his system he couldn't even pick up a gun, let alone hang on to it after he killed himself. That's
what I heard. I don't know my milligrams, but apparently he had so much in him that no way. I'm 100%. Like, I'm a conspiracy guy, but I like to stay on the fence. Kurt Cobain did not kill himself. 100%.
So then what happened?
Courtney Love and Dave Grohl teamed up and hired someone to kill him.
So the whole...
Have you seen that movie, the documentary? There's two documentaries. One's called...
You beat me to the question, Rico. I was going to ask the same question. There are two. I only saw the first one.
But I need to watch it.
The second one, I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's the private detective that Courtney hired. And not only does he give his recollections, he has receipts. Like, there's no way you can watch this documentary and walk away and go, yeah, he was a loser that couldn't handle his fucking party. I've been lost at the party, but not that lost. Like, there's just no way.
So David Grohl was actually involved?
I believe so. I have weird
The
theories on
mediocre
that.
drummer who became a huge rock star playing guitar and singing, he got involved in a satanic ritual? I don't know, Andrew.
Actually, he says so in his own book. I think his book's called Storyteller. He straight up says he sold his soul. He straight up says it.
I don't deny that. I'm a little younger than you guys. You know, I'm almost 42, so I was coming around in those kind of times of the 90s, but I was more into like the punk rock kind of thing, and grunge was like, not super important because it was pretty shitty. But in regards to all of a sudden I heard, oh yeah, Kurt Cobain blew his fucking head off, and all of a sudden Sublime, you know, he fucking died of a heroin overdose, and all these other musicians all of a sudden started dying during that same time. And I was like, oh, wow.
Do you know about Bradley's story from Sublime? Do you know the details on that one? That's crazy.
No, I don't.
Okay, listen to this shit.
Well, the only thing I know is that he died from a heroin overdose, and that's all I know.
Okay, well, I'll give you a short version of it, okay? He was in college, and he understood that a lot of the great artists in the world were addicted to heroin. So he had this plan to do heroin for a month and write the best music ever and then clean up. But that's the delusion. You can't. Once you start, you can't. Like, I don't know how I made it out of it, but he actually planned it and just couldn't pull back out. Isn't that crazy?
He ended up writing a song about him dying to heroin. One day I'm gonna lose the war.
Yeah, after Sublime died, that's when the remaining members of the band turned into, what's the name?
Long Beach Dub All Stars.
There you go, Long Beach Dub
There
All
you
Stars,
go.
yeah. And I think they did a couple of tribute songs to him, but that band was fairly short-lived.
How great is it that the little baby that he's holding on the back cover of the big record, you know, the one with Santeria, that baby is now singing for Sublime. Like, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah,
in its own little way.
Yep. All right. Before we get to the break here, I got this article from PC Gamer. Not sure why. It's nothing to do with video games whatsoever. Because if you put hot dogs and pickles against an AM radio tower, they act as speakers.
No fucking way. Hold on. I have pickles.
Oh, y'all haven't seen videos of people taking grass and throwing it up against the radio tower and listening to it? That was early at Flat Earth research for me, anyway.
Wait, hold on a second. What kind of pickles?
The old, classic. You got to have that stork on top of the.
Because I do have pickles in my fridge right now.
Bread and butter or dill?
Do not do this. Do not try this at home at all, Andrew B. Don't ever do such an idiotic fucking thing.
That's part of the title here. It says if you put hot dogs and pickles, blah, 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 they act as speakers. Also, don't do that.
Oh, don't.
They catch fire at an astonishing rate. It says, okay.
That sounds really fucking fun.
Yeah, like you don't even want to touch an AM radio tower. It will kill you. So he's got big gloves on, big long wooden stick, and he's touching sausages and pickles and stuff like that to it. And they end up burning up pretty quickly. But it also acts as a speaker and was playing the AM radio that was coming out of the antenna.
Here, I'll drop a video in our chat and in the chat. You don't have to play it or anything or show it, Josh. It's not really.
Yeah, that actually brings up
this
something.
Is the exact video I found back when I was watching people climb towers to watch and see about Flat Earth and how they could see how far they could see climbing those towers and doing those bulb replacements, which is nuts. If you've never seen anybody climb one of those huge towers, fuck, those dudes are brave. But yeah, that made all these other videos start coming through my feed during that time. And one of them was this exact video from 11 years ago with
Doesn't it take
a piece
them
of
like
grass.
90 minutes to get up to the top of those towers or something like
Dude,
that?
it's ridiculous. And half of
Dude,
them are climbing like outside of a cage and no fucking, they're just free climbing. The only time they latch on is when they stop for a break. It's fucking insanity. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, those towers are like a quarter mile tall. They're pretty high. And also, I forget who showed it to me. It might have been one of my students, was showing me that a radio tower, someone was taking just a set of grass or like something like that and touching it next to the actual radio tower itself, like the structure. And
This is that video. That's the video I'm sharing for you. I didn't know you'd seen that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's an old video from, like
I
I
wasn't
said,
sure
from
if I heard
11
it
years
or
ago.
not. Yeah, okay.
No, I don't know that you heard it here, but I'm just saying that's the video I just dropped. Is the guys playing around with the grass, touching the structure, not even touching the antenna, just the structure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's legit though, because
No, it is. It's you never had
it's legit.
braces
It's legit.
and fucking fill-ins, and you never picked up the radio.
You guys know what fire towers are?
Yep.
Yeah.
There was one on our property when I was growing up. You know what? I probably shouldn't share this. I'm sure Liz is here. But the first time I quote unquote hung out with a female friend was in the top of a fire tower. So I was scared on so many levels.
I couldn't get up to the top of the fire towers. I usually get about 3 stories up, and then my brain says, nope, go back down.
Yeah, it's not a very easy
My mind
thing
was too,
to
but I
deal with.
also knew that I was about to, I was like 13. I knew that something exciting was going to happen, so I just had to keep going.
Yeah, I didn't have a chick wing at the top.
Speaking of Liz, she is going to be coming to the U.S. for the very first time in about 2 weeks, I think, right?
How exciting!
No.
How exciting is that, dude? I can't wait to meet her. Are you here?
Yes. Say what?
Is she here?
She's in chat.
Okay.
But yeah, she's gonna be in the entire conference, so that's gonna be a very awesome thing. And I'm super jealous and envious that I cannot be there this last Flattoberfest.
So I was going to say 2 weeks sounded a little long. She says next Monday.
Yeah, no, that's super early. You sure next Monday?
Yeah, she's coming in early.
She's coming early. Yeah, she's coming early.
That's what she.
Yeah, she's not just
she's
gonna
showing up
do
early. Okay.
Oktoberfest. She's gonna see the Kakalaki area.
Yeah, she's doing the whole vacation kind of thing, not just like showing up to be there and then leave.
We're not letting Liz go home. We're gonna keep her.
I would agree.
Keeping her.
Yeah, Liz, you're gonna have
You've been
to.
pre-kidnapped. I don't know if that's a thing, but it sounds like you're gonna buy it.
Your Scottish accent will always be welcome, but you're gonna be a U.S. citizen.
He's gonna have some southern twang.
But after the break, I do want to bring up a NASA.
Teasing, bitch. Oh,
I always bring it up.
Tell us about the moon landing, you fucker. Look at him. 5 o'clock. All right, we'll see if we make it to 6 and hear this story or not. We'll find out. You guys find out after
Well,
this.
hopefully
break.
someone has a really great song to share.
Oh, I imagine we'll dig something up.
There's a few chat requests. There's a few that got dropped in the actual call. There's a few.
Do you guys like bagpipe songs? Like,
not generally.
There's only one. There's one that I like, and there's only one. Shoots and Ladders. That'd be about the only bagpipe song I like.
They've got a place when my grandmother died because she was Scottish. We had a local guy dress up in the I don't think it was her tartans, but came down through her property. Just came like walking down, dressed in full regalia, playing bagpipes. at her funeral. That was pretty cool.
So I was going to recommend Dropkick Murphys, like the Irish Scottish punk band, and they're really, really good with bagpipes. But it is to whatever you want.
Well, I did see a pile of requests in there, so we may just run something.
Just dropped it in there, Andrew. I'd like to hear it because, again, there's not many songs that include bagpipe that I enjoy. Now, I'm all about a bagpipe doing its own thing. We had a piper at Northwood, Laura. I went to high school there. At Belhaven, we had a piper. It was a Scottish background for some reason. We had a tartan at our school. We had a school tartan. We had a school crest that was all Scottish stuff on it. Don't know why. In the middle of Mississippi, there was a Scottish-based fucking college, but that's what it was. And we had a piper who was pretty fucking amazing, and he would sit out in the lake area across the lake from us in the morning and practice, and he would come across that lake, and the steam would be rising off. It was very, very, very nice. Very nice. But yeah.
They can definitely set a mood.
He was good. You have to be good. If you're not a good person with them, it can get really screechy and very unpleasant quickly. Because he showed us how he could make it sound like a fucking animal and, all kind of crazy shit because of the bad noises that can come out of it if you don't know what you're doing. But he did. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, bagpipes are one of those things that you cannot necessarily play very easily. And I know this firsthand because someone tried to teach me how to do it. And then this guy was like, you don't have the lungs. I was like, what? The guy, that's basically what he was telling me.
I've heard it's one of the hardest instruments to play.
Yeah, it's really fucking, same thing with
the air in the bag.
Yeah, it was an old guy. He was like 70. And I was like 22 or something. And you don't have the lungs. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, I get you.
It's almost like circular breathing. Almost like when you're trying to play a didgeridoo.
But anyways, I did just drop that Dropkick Murphy song in if you want to listen to it, but not necessarily share it. I'm going to go on mute.
Right on. And we're going to take a little break here at the halfway point. Do stick around. We've still got 2 full segments coming up right after. Chris Cornell, Nothing Compares to You, live at Sirius XM.
Done up.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out all night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whoever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant. Nothing can take away these blues. There's nothing compared to you. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song. Nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, where did I go wrong? I could put my arms around any girl I choose, but it just reminds me of you. and Simons. That you planted, mama, in your backyard, all died when you went away. And I know living with me, baby, is sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give it another try. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you, to you. Thank you.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Ironrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning.